Club. We have our net on here between 8 and 9 o'clock local Eastern Standard Time, and that is from 1 Zulu to 2 Zulu. Anyway, if anybody can hear me, please check in now. So go. 3 BK.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Not whether we're live streaming tonight. So if we are, you will have to go to VA3CJZ and go to the live button to get the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club net on a Monday night. So anybody anywhere, and Chuck, if you're in there, let me know who you are. This is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Yeah, there he is. Go ahead, Chuck. Are we streaming live there? Go ahead.
Hey there, Rick. Good evening. And yes, sir, we are streaming live under my channel. Of course, it's my call sign on YouTube. And as Rick said, just press the live button. And we're there now, but I'm not on the webpage yet. I had to start my my streaming software first, and then I go to the YouTube page. So anyhow, I can't wait to see how far away we can pull in people tonight there. Rick, back to you.
Change that. I think I'll try a different one. Okay, yeah, well, thank you for that, Chuck. And anyway, the good, we'll see who we can get here. It looks like I'm on a different SDR tonight. I cannot hear myself in Shrewsbury, Vermont, or in Pennsylvania. So the band must either it's gone bad or it's, we had a solar flare or something, and I'm listening on JSJ. He's on the mountain, and it's very noisy there, and I cannot even hear you on that one, but I can hear myself very faintly. It's a lot of noise on that one. So right now I'm hearing you direct, of course, and you're coming in really good, of course. You're not too far away. So anybody on the YouTube stream, please check in with Chuck there, BA3CJZ, on the YouTube stream, and he will make sure that we get you in the log here. Okay, this is BE3 Bravo Kilowatt. Anybody else wants to check in?
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Sierra Kilo.
Okay, give me that again. Is that Paul there, over?
Yes, it is I. Good evening to all. Good evening, Chuck and Rick. I'm checking in. E3 Charlie Sierra Yankee at 8:02 p.m.
Yeah, okay, I was playing around with the YouTube again, so I wasn't sure it was you. I thought it was you. Anyway, VE3CS live from V3 Bravo Kilowatt. Always good to hear you, Paul. And thanks for the check-in there. And yeah, if you want to check out the YouTube stream, Chuck has got it on YouTube on VA3CJZ, the live stream. So we've been doing that for a few weeks now. Anyway, it looks like we might have to go with 80 because tonight's really bad. I couldn't even hear you on JSJ, I don't think. But anyway, when you come back, I'll try once more there. Go ahead there, Paul.
Well, look, Rick, I am a very small station, and I don't think that you should base any of your band operating conditions on that. So we'll see as more people check in how the night goes. But we are experiencing some higher solar wind from the sun and a partial radio blackout today, so could be that too. Anyway, back to you. Carry on. I'll be listening along. 3CS Live.
Okay, very good. Thanks for that, Paul. And yeah, that seems like that's what we've got all right. We'll probably have just locals on here tonight, and I'm hearing you very good on my own antenna there, so no problem at all. Anyway, so let's see who else is out there. I think Mac has got something to tell us there about the POTA on the weekend, and I don't know if I can hear him good or not. I probably will be able to hear him though, but SDRs are useless again tonight. So anyway, anybody else out there wants to check in, please go now. And if Mac is out there, Mac, I will be able to hear you on JSJ because he's on the mountain there as well, even though it's noisy there. It's an SDR, which means software-defined radio, and hopefully that means digital and cuts out some of the noise, but his station seems kind of noisy at times. Anyway, this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt for the Hamilton Radio Club, Monday night, HFNet. And anybody listening there on YouTube, please check in, and Chuck will accommodate you there. And that's VA3CJZ on the YouTube live stream. Okay, Victor Echo 3 Bravo Kilowatt. Anybody anywhere want to check into our net? Please go now.
Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November.
Okay, I heard somebody in there. Try it again.
Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November.
Okay, Sierra Mike November. That's VA, isn't it, Matt? Anyway, I'm glad I hear you. I'm hearing you on my local antenna there. Go ahead, Matt.
Thanks, Rick. Just wanted to come in here and say hello. I don't get a chance very often to check into your net, so I'm happy to be here tonight.
Yeah, Roger. I heard you on 2 meters there. So you were saying you weren't going for copies tonight. So anyway, just make sure you got it right in the log. It's VE, right?
Roger. Victor Echo 3.
Roger. Okay, and okay, give me some more chatter. I want to see if I can hear you on the STR. I'm just trying this one out tonight. It's on the mountain, and yeah, it's pretty noisy. I don't know if I can pick you up or not, but go ahead.
All right, we'll give it another try. Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November, trying out the STR with Rick.
Yeah, okay, Matt. Yeah, I can hear you on it just about the same as I can hear you on my local antenna. So the local antenna is quieter, so that I'm back there again. Anyway, well, good to hear you, Matt. I guess I'll see you on Thursday night probably at the meeting there. Over.
Roger that. I should be there.
Okay, well, very good. Thanks for the check-in. Let's see if you want to hang around. We are on YouTube, VA3CJZ, live stream if you want to check out to see what you sound like to Chuck there. And let's see, bring Chuck in. Chuck, did you hear Matt there? Okay, good.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. I don't have the processor on anymore. The first time I keyed up, I didn't know I had it on. So anyways, I am not listening to the YouTube stream and you here at the same time. I have to go back and listen after. But there's another check-in on YouTube. Matt also checked in on YouTube. Thank you, Matt. And we have Jerry from London, Ontario. Excuse me, VE3 Golf Hotel Papa, I think. Hang on here. Sorry, VE3 Victor Golf Hotel. VE3 Victor Golf Hotel. And that's Jerry from London. Back to you.
Okay. Welcome from Gary. You probably hear me okay. And on the YouTube, and we have been toying with the idea of going to 80 meters, and that may be a problem for some people that maybe don't have the antenna capabilities, but we were able to hear people better. But anyway, tonight may not have made any difference at all, so it's just as well that we're here. Tonight we are on 7102, and the reason we're 2 out is because one of the fellas has a birdie or some local noise to him right on 7100, so that's why we're on 7102 tonight. Okay, and thank you, VE3 Victor Golf Hotel. Thanks for the check-in on YouTube, and you are in the log there. Okay, this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt from Hamilton Amateur Radio Club. We are in Hamilton, Ontario, at the west end of Lake Ontario. Anybody, anywhere, if you can copy me, please go now. I'm not sure I'm hearing somebody in there or not. Is anybody else hearing anybody there? Go ahead.
Negative on this end, Rick, but I do have a very nice low noise floor right now. It's only an S5, and of course that's with the amplifier, the receive amp off, and that's really good. I'm usually at an S7, so I don't hear anyone else.
Okay, good. That means I can call on you because my noise level is 9 units right now, so a little bit on the high side. So I'm not hearing everybody. Some people that are coming in, they come in and they're a little bit low my noise level, and I can hear them. They sound like an echo. I know they're there, but I can't make out every word. Always. So anyway, yeah, sometimes my noise level is about a 7, and that's usually pretty good. But band conditions must be not in our favor because on the SDR up the mountain there in JSJ, it's supposed to be a software defined, but it is noisy, and I'm hearing people on it. I can hear, I heard Matt on it, but it is noisy than my local antenna here when the radio is doing the job with the noise blanker and all that noise reduction. So this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. We're streaming on YouTube under VA3 Charlie Juliet Zulu. So if you want to look for us there, you can hear what you sound like, and also Chuck there, VA3 CJZ, can log you in. Okay, this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt for Hamilton Amateur Radio Club. Anybody, anywhere, please go now. Okay, Mexico Whiskey. Okay, there was somebody else in there, I think. Anyway, go ahead. Give me your call again. Is that MMW or MW? Over. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing, Mac. I got you fantastic on JSJ's SDR, and you're coming in just great there, but you are on my own antenna down here, you are an echo. I barely could hear you. So you're coming in really good now, and I finally determined that that's where I was hearing you the best on the SDR. Gordon is a club member and is called V3JSJ. He has an SDR on the mountain there. So you're coming in really good there, and when you laughed and said IMW, all I was catching was the tail end because I wasn't flicking the switch fast enough there, over. Oh yeah, give us a report there. So what happened there? The North American Cruiser Party was on, so anybody that's a contest will probably be in that, anyway, and left, right, left there, he was reporting how he had been in it and done something like 300 contacts, which is pretty good for your local station and local noise and all the rest here, so. But anyway, so anyway, I heard you say something about it on 2 meters, so definitely, give us a report. How did it go there? VA3 IMW from V3 BK. Okay, very good. Well, that's great. You worked Hawaii. Yeah, all right. And he hunted you, he found you. That's fantastic. Yeah, you can always hear Hawaii. I mean, in the contest there, I see them listed sometimes, and I can't hear them. And then other times they're just booming in here, no problem at all. So I've worked Hawaii many times on contests, but that's pretty much it. YOA, is that B3YOA, and what is his name there, or? Yeah, probably is. Probably is. Anyway, I'm not too sure. I haven't been on the band today, so don't really know what it was like. But I think Paul was saying that we had some kind of storm or something, whatever. All I know is that tonight there I can't hear anybody on the SDRs. My noise level is about 9 S units, and I can hear you like an echo underneath my noise floor. But the CSJ, it works really good for you or anybody else on the mountain probably. And I'm not sure where Matt is. I could hear Matt on here, and I could hear him on my local antenna too. And I could hear him better on my local antenna because with the noise blinker on and all that noise reduction on my radio, I could hear him quieter, even though my noise level is 5 and 9 or 9, up at 9 S units. So, but you are definitely coming in super strong on Gordon. I'm not sure where he is exactly, but I know he's on the mountain. So the only thing is I'm hearing a lot of noise for digital signal. I'm hearing a lot of noise from his unit, but when you're on there, it's totally quiet, so no problem, Mac. Thanks for the report, and thanks for telling us about John there. And I haven't heard him. I thought that call sign was filming him with somebody outside work, but no, it's not the same guy. I guess the call signs. I wasn't too sure of what it was, but I thought it was a Y call. Anyway, anything else there, Mac? Over. Well, a couple more days before you're on the slide down, eh? Yeah, it worked. Oh, hey, what is that, a 4-letter word? Yeah. Anyway, one more question. Have you got anything for 80 meters? If I go at 80, are you going to be able to come in there, over? Okay, good enough. Yeah, well, at least it does work for you. That's the main thing. Okay, thanks. We're clear with VA3 IMW, and I hope that Chuck could hear him okay. And with this SDR, though it worked out great for Mac, and I couldn't believe that he was in the echo on my local antenna. I guess we have the escarpment in the way, and he's probably shooting over me, like you said. But when I went to the SDR, which is listening up on the mountain, he's blowing me away. So, yeah, that was unusual. Anyway, very good, Mac. So we're clear with Mac, and let's see if there's anybody else out there wants to check in. Probably local check-ins tonight, but if you can hear me, try me. If I can't hear you, maybe somebody else will. And if you're on the YouTube stream, VA3 CJZ live, if you're on that on this YouTube stream, check in, and Chuck will take your login. Okay, this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt for the Hamlam Torito Club. Anybody anywhere, please go down. Okay, I'm going to have to ask somebody to help me with that one. There's somebody in there, but he's in the echo there. Go ahead.
I think it's Larry, VE3LBI, but that's all I can make out. He is so low. He's right into my noise floor, and I couldn't even hear Mac. So I believe it's Larry.
Go ahead there,
Yep, I had it down to 5 watts, Rick. I was just trying it down there to see what it was going to be like. Obviously, you couldn't hear me that good, too much noise in the band, but it was only 5 watts when I first made my call.
Oh, okay, 5 watts. Well, I'm hearing you on the JSJ SDR. I tried out my local antenna. I got a high noise level down here today, and I couldn't hear you. I don't know. What's your power level now?
I got it back up to 100 watts now, Rick.
Okay, next time we go around, we're on 7102, and I don't know, your tuner tuned it up okay there? There we are.
Yep, all good. No problems at all, Rick.
Okay, and I hear you much better on my local antenna now. Anyway, I guess with the 100 watts, it's really strange there, Mac. I could hear my echo. He was an echo underneath my noise floor, and with the noise reduction there, I can hear him, but I can't always make out every word. But when I went to JSD, his SDR on the mountain there, holy jeez, he blew me away, so he must be close. I'm hearing you either way, so you're probably better on my local antenna right now there, Larry, or?
Yep, I got no problem at all, Rick. Hearing you, let me see, you're probably, I don't know, a little bit over top of the 9. Bit of red showing, so not a bad signal back up this way, Rick, at all.
Okay, very good. Yeah, well, I gotta watch that I don't put too much filters on this radio. With the INRAD filter on, that's why I like this radio. It's got the filters that you can, you can really tune people out, and it's really good on CW, though. You can make it so that if, everybody's not exactly on the same frequency, you can tune to one, it's fantastic for that. But as far as the audio voices go, like I had to learn how to turn this thing down. Right now it's kind of wide open so I can hear you, and otherwise if I put it on a mid position there, you have to still have a pretty good signal for me to hear you, but it cuts all the noise on either side. So, you get the good with the bad, I guess, Larry. Anyway, I'm hearing you no matter what right now, so you try to have 5 watts, and I heard you as an echo to start.
Yep, when I first queued up, Rick, I had it on 5 watts just to see if you could pick me up. Obviously you heard something. I don't think you heard my call sign, but you heard something.
Yeah, well, that's got to be, when I'm flicking the switch back and forth. And, Chuck here is very good. Compared to me, his noise level is lower, so it's got to be something around here, Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. And I have not been able to isolate it. All I know is it's not coming from inside. I tried shutting the power off and working on battery, and I did that, and it proved that the noise was outside of here. So anyway, at least I know I'm not getting noise from my LED light bulbs and stuff like that. Not enough to affect me anyway. I might get a little bit of noise there, and we changed TV recently. I went from a plasma. My plasma TV did not give me any noise at all. Like I proved that, and but now we're on an LED TV. No difference. I'm not hearing anything on the radio. So anyway, thanks for the check-in, Larry. You got anything else for us? Us moving up to, does that solve the problem with that noise you had on 7100? Over.
Yeah, it's better here. I know Paul said the same thing. CSY said the same thing last week. I heard him in there saying he had a little bit of a twirly burr right on 7100 also. But that's something I haven't tried yet, Rick, is to turn off the power and run the radio off the battery. I'm not doing it right now. It's too cold. I don't want to mess around doing that stuff.
Comment?
Yeah, well, you gotta make sure everything can work on 12 volts. I had to rewire my antenna switch. I have an antenna switch that's a Maritron antenna switch, and it had a built-in transformer, and you plugged it into 110, or 110, and so first thing I did was modify it so I could run it direct on 12 volts. So I had to wire something special into it just so I could run it on 12 volts. And so you got to make sure that when I go to battery power, if I'm on HF rig, I got to turn off my other radios because I have them on right now. They're on the transformer, right? So right now they're all turned down so they don't interrupt me, but they're on, and that draws power. But ever since I got that new battery there, oh wow, what a difference that makes. I had 2 lead-acid batteries before, and sure they had lots of juice in them, but the life expectancy is not as much. And so now with the new lithium metal phosphate battery that I've got here, it's a Queen's battery, and boy, oh boy, that thing works great. It's 100 amp hours, and that thing works great. I've never run it down. Well, I've only tested with it. I haven't stayed on the air for any length of time, so I can't say it lasts a long time because I don't really know. But like I've been able to run full power here, 100 watts with that battery, and hardly any dip in the meter. I have a meter on here to also monitor my voltage. So, the voltage difference between the power supply and the actual battery is very minimal. It's a 12-volt battery. But, it works good. I don't regret buying that. That's a good backup. Anyway, okay, Larry, anything else? We should turn over to Chuck and see how well he's hearing you. He's in a different spot, so he might hear you very good. Over to you, Chuck. Are you in there? Can you hear Larry good?
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Yes, I can hear Larry quite well now, but not when he was QRP. And before you started talking there, Rick, VE3CSY Paul broke in there and had a comment. So why don't we turn it over to him?
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Well, thank you very much, Rick. Great that you make a little bit of time for me. I'm Keith. Larry, I got that same kind of tone like interference tonight as well on 7100. Same as last week, maybe even a little touch stronger. So I don't think it's anything inside or local or whatever. I think it's coming from, somewhere out there in the Netherlands. So again, I agree with you. It's an annoying bloody carrier, and I got it tonight. Have you checked?
Paul, I have it all the time. It never goes away. I hear it through the daytime. I don't know when it started. It's been a while now, but you know what? I got to tell you, it's just 2 or 3 months. 7100 has had that tone on it all the time.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand. So for me, it started, about a month back or so, and it's never gone away. I never thought to look in the daytime or any other evening, just a Monday night. Anyway, okay. Anyway, you and I are not crazy. It's there. I don't know why the other guys are not hearing it, but I'm definitely vertically polarized only. I don't know if that has something to do with it. Anyway, just want to throw that comment in there. Didn't want to interrupt Rick's speech. I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, anytime, Paul, anytime. Just jump in there, and if I don't hear you, somebody will. Okay, well, thanks for the comment and that noise. I don't know. That noise I don't seem to get, but who knows? Like when it's quiet, it's about 7-ish and still noise here. So I'm just about vertical. The quarter wave slow sloper is at a 45-degree angle and sort of favors the south. So, but I pick up everything. So there you go. Anyway, okay. Anything else there, Larry? Or?
Larry had to go.
Okay, I couldn't hear Larry. Was Larry still in there?
Actually, you guys kind of doubled. He was giving his 7.3 while you were talking.
Shortest to do, he had to get away, so I think he's already left.
Okay, well, I was talking. Okay, yeah, two of you in there again. Okay, Paul and Chuck, thanks for that. Okay, let's see if there's anybody else in there. I'm listening locally here, so we do have a high noise level here. Anyway, but Paul, you're getting right through it, no problem at all. And, well, of course, Chuck is Tony over here. So this is V3 Bravo Kilowatt. Anybody else in there? And if I don't hear you, somebody will. This is Victor Echo 3 Bravo Kilowatt. Go down, please. Okay, we got to promote that YouTube there more often there, Chuck, because some of the guys that have chucked in with me right now and they can't hear me, it doesn't matter what frequency you're on, the YouTube is going to be under VA3CJZ no matter what, and so they can listen to us there if they want to, and they can always check in with you. So anyway, some hams are maybe a little hesitant to do that. We had one of the fellows doesn't check in here anymore because we were streaming it on YouTube before with somebody else there. They were doing that, and he didn't like the idea, so I'm an old-time ham. Oh, well, what can I say? Anyway, anybody else out there, VE3 Bravo Kilowatt for the Hamlet Amateur Radio Club. You do not have to be a club member to check in. Anybody, anywhere. If you can hear us, please go now.
That's 5, nice.
You're
That's
not
great.
hearing anybody in there, right, Chuck? Every time I go on my local antenna, it sounds like I'm getting somebody echoing there. Over.
Yeah, Rick, that's a negative over here. I did hear some digital a few minutes ago, but it's gone now. And my noise floor is an S5.
Well, congratulations. That's fantastic. You got that. I wish I had that. Mine is 7 at the best. And I guess, anyway, when you get your new Yaesu going, maybe it'll hear even better there, because Yaesu hears really well. I just hope they don't hear the noise.
Yeah, Rick, well, it is an SDR transceiver. So, yeah, I can't wait. I didn't get enough time with it to really test it out, but I just got an email from FedEx saying my delivery time to Yaesu has been will be updated shortly. So it looks like it didn't quite make it there in time for 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, wow, it's too bad. Well, once it gets there, what's the ETA? Is it 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Do you know?
No, I don't. It all depends how many radios with the same problem that are ahead of me, and how many people it takes to do it. So I'm thinking once they get it, they probably won't get it for a couple of days after it's received. So yeah, I'm thinking about another week, and I should be getting it back.
Oh well, good luck. I hope you do. Yeah. Anyway, and Paul there, he can help you set it up because he's really good at Yaesu with menus and stuff. And like they have a lot more control, a lot more menus in there than the ICOMs do. The ICOMs don't allow you to adjust your transmit and everything else as much as the Yaesus do with their menu. Okay, anyway, let's get back to it here. See if there's anybody else out there listening to us. This is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt for the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, the west end of Lake Ontario. Anybody anywhere, if you can hear us, please go now. Can I hear somebody tuning in? Okay, now I also wonder whether Tom V3MQ is listening to us. He was on 2 meters on a handy talkie, but I wonder if his antenna will work. I think he said he could listen on 40, so I don't know whether he's there listening or not. If you're Tom, maybe you can check in on YouTube. This is V3 Bravo Kilowatt. Anybody else hearing us there? I'm hearing somebody tune up there. Go ahead. Okay, well, yeah, Chuck, you chime in anytime somebody comes on YouTube, or if you hear something and I don't come back to them. I thought I heard somebody in there again, Brandon in my noise floor. Like I can hear them, but I can't always tell what they're saying. So if somebody was in there, please go again. So it could be anywhere. Yeah, it could be anywhere. Oh well, I heard them locally here on my own antenna, and sometimes with the noise I can't always hear everybody, and it's very strange here. I'm not close to the escarpment, but I swear it interferes between Marty and I. When I can hear him on the SDR is usually pretty good. So that's the way it goes. The funds of being in the city, I guess, and being below the escarpment, but it makes no difference to Europe or anywhere else. So, I'm sure you're going to test that, and even some of the southern countries like Venezuela and way down there, seems to work pretty good. So anyway, so I guess, and Marty also has great luck too. Sometimes it's all to do with propagation and where your antenna goes. So, my antenna may be a little different than somebody else's, So, I'm going to hear something a little different. So there's no one antenna that does it all for everybody. Anyway, this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. If anybody's got a comment, go ahead.
I'm not sure if she has a radio right now that can hear us, but
somebody else tuning up. Okay, Rebecca, welcome. Welcome to our net here. This is net for the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club. I know the Brantford Club hasn't been around for a while, and I used to go to the flea markets quite often there. So VE3 Victor Whiskey Bravo, I believe that was it. And welcome on YouTube. And if you haven't got an antenna, we're probably not going to hear you on 40. But when we go to 80, if we do, then check out HamiltonARC.com. HamiltonARC.com. There's a space.
The microphone was
spot in
muted.
there for networks, and there's all kinds of useful information that Barry VE3ISX keeps up for us, and you can always go on there and check. And there's stuff that I have on the newsletter. Also, he has the newsletter on there. You can go on there and
Rebecca, I'm running a Yaesu 857.
put in something there on the newsletter, sometimes useful links or whatever like that. So anyway, we had somebody tuning up there, and well, I'm not sure we can hear you or not, but if you're in there, please go now. Give us a call. B3 Bravo Kilowatt. Can't hear him. Sounded like there was somebody there. Was there somebody there, Chuck?
That's negative, Rick. I couldn't hear anything.
Okay. Yeah, we're back. We hit the wrong button on the radio here. Okay, this is BE3 Bravo Kilowatt. There was somebody in there tuning up, and I couldn't hear him. I thought somebody was in there. They're under my noise there, maybe, but I couldn't make out anything he was saying. But whoever was tuning up, we did hear that. We heard it tuning up, and also our fellow Jerry in London, Ontario, also heard it tune on somebody tuning up. So we know somebody's out there, and maybe if you give a CW, you have to go to 70101.3 on CW, and we can copy that. Anyway, this is Victor Echo 3 Bravo Kilowatt. Anybody else wants to check in, please go now. I'm hearing something in there again. Okay, we are also on YouTube. Check out VA3CJZ live stream and on YouTube. So if you're hearing us anywhere and you cannot transmit or whatever, you do not have to be a ham radio operator to tune us in on YouTube. Anybody can tune us in, and you can go in the chat box and chat with BA3CJZ and check in there. This is BE3 Bravo Kilowatt Hamilton Amateur Radio Club. We have a net on Monday nights, and right now we've been doing 7100. Right now we're on 7102 because of a noise, a birdie, whatever, on 7100. A few people here are getting that. So this is B3 Bravo Kilowatt. If you can hear us, please go now. Well, looks like mostly local stuff again, Chuck. I'm listening on the SDR. I'm getting quite a bit of noise on his SDR on the mountain mountain there, but the noise has subsided somewhat, but I'm not hearing myself on the other one. So anyway, could be a solar condition, and we're getting aurora coming away down here. That can affect things too. Sometimes when we get the aurora, 10 meters will be open, and you can work guys on 10, but we're going to 10 later at 9 p.m., which is about 8 minutes away. We're going to 28, 485, 485, and yeah, maybe Tom will come in there. I think he was on there tonight, and I could hear him better on the reverse. So anyway, that's because he's too close to us, Chuck. I could hear Tom on the reverse. So anyway, well, sooner or later he'll get the everything sorted out of there where he is now there. So then we'll hear him everywhere there, Chuck. Over.
Yeah. Depends though. The net for me at 7 o'clock was pretty light, so not a lot of people are keeping their hands warm by hugging their ham radios, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'll probably follow you up or down to 10 meters, and yeah, it's hey, listen, you know, if one band closes, another one opens, like you said, 10 meters or what have you, but this too shall pass. So anyways, we got a few check-ins on YouTube and on the radio here, so, you know, not a bad evening. So I'll send it back to you, VA3CJZ.
Yeah, very good. Well, I couldn't get over how well I could hear Mac. I've never heard Mac so well, and that was because I had him on the SDR, JSG, Murray's, SDR on the mountain there, and he was coming in really good, but not everybody on the mountain. I guess it's got to be West Mountain because, I couldn't hear Larry that well on there. I could hear Larry when he was low power, but I couldn't hear him, I could hear him low power, I could hear him when he went high power, of course, but I heard him better on my own antenna, which when he goes high power, he just booms in here, so, but there must be something going on with the solar storms or whatever, because I'm not hearing nothing on the other SDRs, and with Gordon, it's a wave, ground wave, so, from Mac, and, Larry's horizontal, and I'm not sure what Gordon's got. I think he's got a vertical, but anyway, I'll have to ask him at the club meeting. He usually comes to the club meeting. You should come to the club meeting there sometime, Chuck, if you can get a ride over there or whatever, just to see what's going on. You don't have to join a club or nothing like that, but sometimes they have some really good guest speakers and things going on that are interesting to most hams. But anyway, don't promote that so much. Anyway, this is P3 Bravo Kilowatt for the Hamlin Amateur Radio Club. Anybody anywhere, you do not have to be a club member. Anybody anywhere, if you're hearing me on 40 there, go ahead. If I can't hear you, somebody on here will. So please try now. Let's see if Paul's still there. V3CSY. Have you been talking to Mark lately? I haven't heard him on here for a while.
I was talking to him a couple days ago about some test equipment and whatnot, but I haven't heard him on the radio tonight. I thought he might be here, but no, I haven't. Not tonight, Rick. Back to you.
Okay, very good. Sometimes I check out 400, but I don't hear anybody on there much. And recently I got a report. It was last weekend, I guess. 6 meters was going good. So, but yeah, I don't really have a proper antenna for that. And I still hear people on 6 meters once in a while when it's open. But yeah, 10 meters backscatter. Sometimes you hear stuff on there, and you don't need you don't need that good of an antenna for 10 meters. You can work the world with 4 watts, or even less, maybe. So sometimes 10 meters really surprises you. You got to be there, and you got to be listening. That's why a lot of people listen on 11 meters to see if the band is open, and then they go to 10 and nobody's there. The band's open, but nobody's home. Okay, anyway, let's see if anybody else is there. B3 Bravo Kilowatt, looking for your check-ins. Okay, let me mention the Winter Field Day is coming up, January 24th and 25th, and the rules, if you punch in Winter Field Day in on your browser, you should be able to get the website, and there's quite a few rules. It's getting more and more like the regular field day, so it'll be something to get on, turn your radio on, and have some fun on your favorite band. You might not be able to cover all the bands, but you don't have to. There should be somebody on there, and that's a good time to test antennas or whatever. The only thing I found that sometimes the operators on field day are, they're inexperienced, because that's the whole idea of field day, is to get people out that aren't experienced and get them on the radio. And so you have to bear with them. They may want you to repeat your call sign 2 or 3 times, that kind of thing. And anyway, it's a lot of fun. And Winter Field Day, there are actually clubs that go outside in the cold weather and do Winter Field Day. So you got to give those guys credit. Otherwise, indoors, now it's one home. So if you're at home and you're using commercial power, you're one hotel. It's not the same as field day. So the reports are a little bit different. So make sure you go read the rules. Anyway, this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt in Hamilton, Ontario, for the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club HFNet on Monday night. We're streaming live on YouTube under VA3CJZ on live stream. So if you're picking us up on anything, you can always go there and see how you sound if you want to check in on the radio. Otherwise, log in, and Chuck will be more than willing to take your information. And so we have 2 so far. We got Jerry, and I'm not sure, he was somewhere near London, I think, and we have Rebecca in Brantford. So thanks for the check-ins on YouTube. I hope you're listening along. And this is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. Let's see if there's anybody else out there. I chatted long enough, and we were at the top of the hour. So anybody wants to check in now, please go. I keep hearing somebody down below the noise floor here, so I'm not making them out. Anyway, if you're trying, we were on YouTube, and we're at the top of the hour, so that's the end. Thank you for operating YouTube for us, Chuck. And we're going to mosey over to 10 meters, 28,485, 28,485, and anybody wants to come over there, please come over. This is B3 Bravo Kilowatt. Well, one last call on 40 meters. Anybody anywhere? Yeah, nothing heard. I'm hearing some noise or sounds like somebody tuning up again. Anyway, we're going over to 10 meters. This is VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. Thanks for the YouTube, and we'll see you on 10 maybe. VE3 Bravo Kilowatt QSY 28485. This is Victor Echo 3 Bravo Kilowatt 28485, and yeah, I'm not seeing any signals here, so I guess the band is not open, but anybody locally can pick us up. And I don't know whether B3MQ might have his radio on, might be trying us there. So if you're in there, Tom, yeah, feel free to key up there. Me and Chuck will hear you for sure. Chuck and I should say. Okay, this is B3 Bravo Kilowatt.
Yeah, Rick, VA3 CJZ.
Oh wow, yeah. Hey, you're good here too. I never looked at a needle, but I need to turn my volume down a bit there. Chuck, over.
Oh dear, I might have, the audio shouldn't be any louder here than it was on 40, although I did notice I was on the wrong antenna on 40 meters, so I probably could have been getting out a lot better. Oh well.
Oh no, it's I was just making a joke there. Yeah, sometimes I gotta turn my volume down. If I'm listening on the SCR, sometimes I have it up a bit. But try and make it even. On the SCR, your computer controls. I might as well shut that down. Turn down. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I can just one click on the mouse and I shut down everything SDRs. So anyway, but the only thing is I gotta have the power on this SDR port to transmit. And that was one thing I found, and it doesn't come with an on-off switch. So I put in my own on the online here so I can shut it up. It's not on all the time. Otherwise it'd be on all the time. That's the way he made it. But anyway, you're really good on here, and boy, I just can't wait to hear you on the new radio. Your audio should be excellent on it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. That radio, you could control the how the incoming audio sounds as well as your transmit audio. There's all kinds of settings. Rick, I've probably got a bachelor's degree from YouTube University from watching all the videos, so I'm getting quite familiar with the radio through all the videos on YouTube that I've been watching.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, education by YouTube. Well, I think Paul was talking about that too. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff on there. Even, that battery I got, like Paul's the one who told me to go to YouTube and watch it. And I watched a demo there, and they showed how the regular lithium battery there will explode and catch on fire if you hit it or you try and monkey with it. And it's been known to cause fires, even with cell phones, you know. But the metal oxide one, oh man, you can do anything to it, and it does nothing. In fact, you can drive a nail through it, and it will still work. It was fantastic, the YouTube that they had on that, and Paul was telling me where to check that out. So anyway, yeah, well, thanks very much for putting it on YouTube. And you know, we used to have a regular guy in the club that used to check in all the time and do that, but he was getting all kinds of noise out there in the mountain, and I guess he just quit doing it, so he doesn't check in anymore either. You know, but that was when we were mostly on 80, so you know, we started out on 20 many years ago, and then we've changed frequencies quite often, but I think we spent more time on 80 than anywhere. Over.
Yeah, I believe you're right. And sadly, though, this tuner won't tune up my my G5 RV on 80 meters anymore. So I don't know. I know it works on the manual tuner, but I'm curious to see what happens with my new radio with its built-in auto tuner. And so once I get the radio back, I'll know if it tunes it up or not. But for now, I have to stay on 40.
Oh yeah. Okay. Is there anybody else on 10 wants to join in?
VE3 Sierra Mike November. And I'm here. I just had to get a drink, but I'm listening. Carry on, Rick. VE3 CSY.
Okay, we got V3 CSY, and who else is in there?
Sierra Mike November.
That's Matt, Sierra Mike November.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I'm hearing you good on 10 Matt, so I wasn't sure it was you. Anyway, yeah. Okay, I was just writing it down along there. So, anyway, yeah. Well, anyway, I don't give out reports usually unless I look at the needle, and I don't always look at the needle. I've got to put my glass on to see up close here. Okay, I've got them on, so, yeah, give me some chatter there, Matt.
All right, I'm glad I found you up here. I switched over to my dedicated realistic Navajo CB antenna so that I could run without a tuner. But I will flip back to the other antenna and try that too.
Wow, you're 5 and 9 here, no problem at all. So, yeah, CB antennas usually work on here. You might have to shorten them, or either that or just push the tuner button on your radio, and usually that'll do it. Well, so that was something I was going to tell you, Chuck. Yeah, your auto tuner will not tune it no more. Okay, well, yeah, maybe if you try to tune her in the radio, it might do it now. So G5 RVs, they're either good on the low or the high, and the high like 10 meters, the low like 80 meters. So you know, like you got they work on a harmonic. So the antenna was originally designed for 20 meters, and it was multi-element on 10 meters. So, or 20 meters, I should say, 20 meters. So it was made for 20, but it works on the harmonics. So, of course, if the number of elements gonna increase if you go to 10, or if you go to 80, it's gonna be less. So, your G5 RV may not come in line on 80. So you may have to adjust the down wire. The easiest way to adjust it would be to lengthen or shorten the vertical section of the G5 and G5RV, and that will change it either up or down. So if you're saying the manual tuner will do it, then you want to check your manual tuner and see how much induction and all that you actually need impedance, because like you're better off to try without anything and see if it's a 2-to-1 or it's way out in left field. So like if it's anything up to a 2-to-1, your radio can handle, even though it will shut the power down. So anyway, and the one radio I got, I actually adjusted that so that it would get full power out up to a 2-to-1. There was actually a pod inside the radio I could adjust to do that. So you got to look at schematic to figure that out. But anyway, I haven't done that since on any of these other radios, and most of my antennas are pretty close anyway, and otherwise I push the tuner button and tune up that way. So your new Yaesu, I don't know what the range is on the tuner, but the newer radios have a better range than the old radios. A lot of them would only do like a 2-to-1. That's it. Anything higher than that, they wouldn't operate at all. They would not tune it. So the internal tuner was pretty useless. Now the MFJ came out with one. There was a tuner that Radio World was selling that Art Dykstra was supposed to get. I don't know if he did or not, but it would tune a 21-to-1 match, and it was an auto tuner made by MFJ. It was 200 and some odd bucks. That was back a couple of years ago, so I don't have no idea whether you can even buy them anymore, seeing that MFJ is out of business. I think all you're going to do is get their old stock until they sell everything out. But anyway, that's what I would do. I would check it with no tuner in line and see how far it is out, and then see if your radio tuner in the radio will actually do it there. So back to you, Chuck. VA3CJZ, V3BK.
Well, Rick, I'm not going to muck around in the middle of winter fooling with antennas. And I'm also more worried about getting my radio back, my brand new radio back. And so I don't know what to tell you, Rick. I'm not going to be doing anything until I get that radio back.
Oh, yeah, well, the old radio, the only thing you'd have to worry about is your old radio. But, yeah, I've tried it, and you can usually talk on 2-to-1, no problem at all. And G5RV, if it's set up right, it should give you a 2-to-1 or less, so, you're not really taking much of a chance. But anyway, you got to experiment, and that's one thing the auto tuners, they make you shy away from doing that. And, like I got a manual tuner here, and I use it very little. I got to use it now on 80 meters because I'm out. But also, if I go to 40 meters on the one antenna, then I have to use it. But ordinarily, I don't. I'm on these antennas. I'm on the beam right now. Let's see, and on the beam, where we are, I'm about a 1.3 or 1.4 on here. So, and I can go to my other antenna, and it's even lower. Okay, it might not be as strong to you. Oh no, the match is up tonight. Oh yeah, it's up tonight. It's almost, it's a 1.8. So I'll go back to his. Anyway, did that make any difference to you, Chuck?
As a matter of fact, I wasn't even looking at the meter there, Rick. I've still got the camera from YouTube right in front of the radio, and I'm still streaming actually on on here. So for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to shut it off and probably head up to go get something to eat. So yeah, you know, I couldn't see.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter as long as you can hear me. Yeah, half the time I don't look at it at the meter either. It's just if I can hear you. And being a contester for so long, everybody's 5 and 9. Anyway, Matt, I did check Matt, and he definitely is a 5 to 9. 5'9", right on my meter, and this is a stingy meter. So Matt, you still in there? And I'm interested how well Chuck receives you there. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I'm still here. How are you picking me up there, Chuck?
Oh, nice strong signal there, Matt. You're a good 20 over, I'd say. You sound a little bit off frequency to me, but no worries. I can still make you out. And yeah, nice strong signal. Just not as punchy of audio like Rick has, but it's good. How do you read me?
You're loud and clear, nice and strong here. You're hitting just about the 20 over there.
All right, sounds about right then. Very good.
Yeah, that's very good. Hey, Matt, tell us what kind of radio you got and what kind of antenna are you on there, over?
So the radio is a Kenwood TS570D Delta, and the antenna is basically it's a 8-foot steel whip CB antenna.
Okay, tell me the radio again. It's a Kenwood, what's the model number?
Tango Sierra 570 Delta.
Oh, it's a 570. That's pretty good radio. Yeah, we used to be able to make your radio a little more trebly. Like I got the audio, I got this Nikon. It's punchy, and you know, it's because it's the voice level you're hearing. You know, you're not hearing a lot of bass here, and the Kenwoods are really mellow. They sound real good, but I don't know if you're gonna adjust that or not on that. But 570, I never owned one, but I know that the club used to have one a long time ago. So I'm pretty sure it was a 570, and I used it. I'm pretty sure we had the 570 when we were out doing the Boy Scouts. We were out at Camp Nemo there one time, and well, we were out there more than one time, but anyway, it was a lot of fun, and that's when our club owned. They actually owned an HF radio. Now we own a 7300 Reed radio, and it's got pretty good audio too. I don't think anybody. Oh yeah, Matt has one. Mac has one. I think that's what he was on there tonight. So you maybe heard Mac there. I think you did there. Anyway, so back to you. B3SMN from B3BK.
Yeah, I can hear Mac, no problem, also here. And you and, of course, Larry Boom's in here because he's just around the corner. And Chuck, too. Everyone's signal's great tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're making it Chuck so good. Like, I had a singed deal. You're only 5 and 9 on mine, but I hear you perfect. And you sound a little bit bassy now. You sound a little bit off to Chuck, but that's probably his radio. Like the ECUs are really sharp. They're really sharp. And the only reason I went to Icom, they were a lot easier to use for contesting because everything was on the front. Now the ECUs are really hot, and they picked up. We had a couple of guys bring them out to the contest site when we had it going, and we found the Kenwoods. You know, they picked up everything. You know, they weren't that good. the rejection, I mean, okay? And Yaesu, same thing. Yaesu's got really hot receive, and they also picked up quite a bit. So we mostly had ICOMs out of the contest site, and I think Marty brought out his Flex too. He had his Flex radio, and of course there was no problem with Flex radio. So, but anyway, I've tried out quite a few different radios, and I know I talk a long time, but you know, we've tried out a lot of things anyway. So, you know, if you want to know about something, I don't know everything, but I've tried out quite a few different things, and some of the older radios I'm quite familiar with. Some of the newer ones I've never tried. I tried a 7100 once, and I tried a 7000, and you know, the 7100, no wait, the 7200, which they don't make anymore. That was a simple radio and a nice one. If you can pick one of them up used, it's a pretty good radio for the price. But anyway, so it's all what you're looking for. But anyway, I'm jealous of what he's getting the Optiman radio, the Yaesu. That should be really good for Chuck. Anyway, Chuck, you got any comments? Go ahead.
Yeah, not much there. I'm interacting with a gentleman in Pennsylvania right now on YouTube, and his call is November 3, Whiskey Echo Romeo, and I believe that is Chris in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania. So welcome to my stream there, Chris, and yeah, usually we start off on 7.100 on 40 meters at 8 p.m. and then we do a net there for an hour, or Rick does, VE3 Bravo kilowatt, and then we slide over here for a general chit chat. So anyways, he's listening on YouTube there. Rick, back to you.
All right, welcome Chris, November 3, Whiskey Echo Radio. And, yeah, hey, well, it's good you're in there, and YouTube is something that Chuck has brought back in for us, and works quite well. We're glad that you're tagging along here, and hope we don't bore you with some of our technical talk. I get going on stuff that I don't know when to shut up. Anyway, yeah, when we got a guy that's fairly new, like Matt there, and you know, like we're always willing to help somebody if they need any help, but sometimes we talk about the old stuff and you know, maybe too much, but some of the older radios here are still great buy. They're a great buy, and you know, you don't always have to have the latest greatest to be able to get on the radio and have some fun. So that's the main thing. Anyway, so let's see if Paul has got any words of wisdom there for Matt. Paul, are you hearing Matt okay on 10 meters? He's great on 10.
Oh, yeah, I hear Matt at 9 S units, and Chuck's, you know, about 5 over 9, and you faded, you were 9 S units, and then now you're like about 4. I had a question for Matt about that radio.
Go for it.
Do you have the speech processor switched on?
That's a very good question. As far as I know, it's off, but I'd have to go through the menus and check.
Well, you can tell just by looking at the front display. At the very top, above the frequency numbers, the very last digit to the right, if the processor's on, you'll see PROC on the screen, P-R-O-C.
Nope, then it is off. I also just switched over to my NFET antenna, wire antenna, just to try it out, see if there's any difference.
Well, weirdly enough, I'm picking you up as strong on the NFET as I am on the vertical. Well, you only got a quarter wave, so okay, that explains it.
So the processor button is to the left of the display. It's a hard button there. You push that, and the processor will come on, and it'll default to middle compression. I think there's a few adjustments on that radio. I like that radio. A friend of mine had it. I think it's menu number 15, and that's where you can set the actual amount of speech compression. But if you just turn it on, like forget adjusting it, just turn it on and let me hear the difference if you wouldn't mind.
No, not at all. Can't say I've ever pressed that button. But now it's on to probably whatever default setting is, and how does it sound?
I really didn't notice that much difference. Maybe I'm too close. Okay, try switching it off, and then throw a few words, and then switch it on, and then try it again.
All right, there's with it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's with it back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, wow. I think that may be set at its very lowest setting, so it's not doing you justice. Can you find, I think it's menu item 15 on there, and it's the processor adjustment. I think there's 5 steps to it, if memory serves. My memory's not that good anymore, so if I'm not exactly right on the steps, you can forgive me, right?
Roger, no problem. Let me find that, and I'll come back on here and get back to you.
Yeah, set it to the second highest setting.
Hey, we always said it worked was read the book.
Well, I have compression on right now. Can you tell?
Oh, it sounds really good. I got compression on too, just a little bit.
I can't tell.
I got mine set at 70%.
Oh, I got mine lower than that. Mine's about 40%, I think. But usually that's about all you need. But it depends on the radio.
Yeah, these Yaesus, the modern Yaesus have wonderful modulation, as you can tell. And you can be pretty abusive with the compression, and it really deals nicely with it, and really doesn't add a whole lot of distortion to it like some of the earlier rigs did. So old Chuck's going to have fun with that one, too. It's going to sound boss once he gets it.
Oh, yeah. He'll be able to tune up everything. Yeah, and you'll be a great help to him for sure. I think so, anyway.
I was just talking about compression, audio quality, dynamic range, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's going to be better at all those departments.
Yeah, well, that 570 should be able to do it, but I don't know well enough. It was a long time ago that we used that radio.
Well, it has a speech compressor, but it doesn't have any EQ. So you have to do all that externally if you wanted to, trim up the bass or the treble or whatever. You'd have to get something external like Garnet or Chuck has, right? An outboard equalizer. Whereas the modern rigs have all that tailored built in too. So anyway, a really reliable radio, the 570D, but it is dated now. And, the old LCD display and funky light and everything. So, yeah, it's a great radio, but it's, God, I don't know, back late 80s, early 90s, I think, when that thing was produced.
Yeah, it's been some time. Yeah, anyway. Well, hey, I tend to like the old radios, but when we were contesting, we were out in a quiet area. So, I mean, like Brenzo, on 40 meters, I can't hardly hear him because his antenna's too low or something. I don't know what it is. But when I was out of the contest site, I could pick him up, and that was the way the heck the other side of Benbrook. So I could pick him up because we had no noise there. It was fantastic. So, everything worked good there. The icons worked good. And, and the only thing we had trouble with was something like a 430 or something. I think it was 430 that one of the guys had, and it picked up everything. It was not too good rejection on it. Wasn't too good. And, but that's the way it goes. And so some of the icons, like we had one guy outside the door practically, and it was a dipole. So, I mean, you had to find these things, and I didn't hear him, but the guy on 20 meters, if he didn't have the radio, he could hear both of us.
Yeah, I know you're an Icon fan. I get it. They're nice radios, too. The modern ones sound really, really good. 7300, the Gem, et cetera, Some of the older ones had issues, as you know. Transmitter modules always burning out and things like that. But it's not like Yaesu and Kenwood didn't have their issues with the older models either, so... Look at my dad's Hot Water 101 rig, all tube. Had to wait 15 minutes for the thing to even get stable. I wouldn't want to go back to that, Rick. Sorry.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, well, that's why I started out with, I had a 101, I don't know, what was it? Yeah, it was the one with the digital display. It was a little better than the 101 Echo, but that's what I started out with, so... Yeah, I wouldn't want to go back. Hey, well, some of them guys, they had twins. They had the twins, transmitter and a receiver. And one guy I knew was Yaesu, Yaesu twins. And, when those guys, they got used to that, it's not what you're used to. But 7300, I told you about the time we were on field day, and we were on 40 meters, and the guy on 15 was just swamping us, and we were on the 7300. Now, do you think maybe he had that set wrong?
Well, the pre-selectors in a modern radio can only do so much. So, if you notice all the radio manufacturers of any worth, Icon, Yaesu, Kenwood, and of course Alinco, they offer additional filters that you can put in line in the back of your radio just to eliminate that sort of thing. But it's not really a fault of the radio, it's because it's broadbanded.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, there's not much you can do. Yeah, well, that's why it's good to, maybe have your antenna sorted a different way or something, so it doesn't get, like one thing, a fan dipole, we found a fan dipole was no good on field day, no good, because it was picking up stuff, there was a guy that wasn't all that far from me, maybe 100 feet away, 150 feet away. He was on 80, and I was swamping the hell out of him. I never heard him at all because I had a 40-meter dipole that was pretty narrow, and plus, I was running the Icom radio, and I'm not sure what kind of radio he had, but he had the fan dipole on 80 meters, and when I was on the air, I was coming in, I guess, on his 40-meter section, just wiping him out. So, that was the last time he used a fan dipole on field day. But, well, you live and learn. That's what it's all about.
Oh, I don't think you can judge that particular antenna on just one situation. The fan dipoles, like any multi-band antenna, have compromises, and most of the fan dipoles that you see built today, like the one that Larry's got, is not optimized for operation, it's optimized for aesthetic looks. You can fix it, you can make that antenna a lot better, but most people don't want to do it.
Yeah, I noticed that today they don't want to experiment so much. Like I wouldn't think twice about adjusting it. And we had an antenna that was similar to Larry's, very similar, and we cut off one side of it because we grounded the other side, and so the station, it was on the mountain in a city lot. And his 160 was a bit of a challenge, but we actually got that to work too. So anyway, it actually worked not too bad. And being on the mountain, was a good location. He wasn't that far back from the escarpment anyway, so it worked out pretty good. Yeah, but I know what you mean about the antenna. It depends entirely on the radio and what radio and how you got it set up and all that stuff. So there's always lots to learn, and job here. Read that manual. Read the manual. Go online and get a manual for that radio and read it because, there's probably things you can do to make that better. Just like, Paul was trying to help you out with the audio and stuff. You can, if you read it and if you don't understand something, ask somebody. We can always help you out there, but the manual, when in doubt, read the manual. That's what we always said at work, and, it's just when you read the manual in front of the customer, they thought maybe you didn't know what you were doing. That's the only thing wrong with that. Over to you, Matt, B3 SMN, B3BK.
Thanks, Rick. Hey, we're all men. I thought we weren't supposed to read owner's manuals. Hi. All right, I've got the speech processor off now, and I'll draw for a second and turn it on, and it's set to 1 notch from the highest setting.
Well, you're a little more trebly. What do you like to you, Paul?
Go ahead with it on now, Matt.
All right, there's with it on. The max level was 25, so I set it to 20, and I'll see how it sounds, if it's any different.
Yeah, that helps a lot, and that's, all this is coming back to me now. That radio is a little soft on the audio input, and you can turn the mic gain up a little more, too, and wouldn't hurt. But you're getting some good punch out of that radio now. So, yeah, absolutely. So, glad you found that. And if you just want to turn the processor off for local chatting, if people complain, the button's easy, on, off right there. So, anyway, just as a curiosity, can you try the max and let us hear that?
Yeah, I can do that. I also noticed the mic gain was at 50%, so now this is at 100%. How does that sound?
Yeah, you're really driving it now, and there's still no hint of distortion. So, absolutely. The compressor really helps with that radio. It really does. So, glad you found that.
Right on. I'll turn it all the way up and try again.
Wow, that makes a big difference.
It really does.
Oh, yeah. You're booming, and you're right next door to me.
And no increase in the signal level. Did you notice that? He's still hitting you whatever he was hitting you at.
Exactly. Hey, I wonder what happened to Tom. I thought Tom would be in here. He talked to me before. He had a CB antenna he was using, but he had a high noise level. But hey, he's only like 10 blocks away from me.
Well, I think with Tom, he's totally frustrated with RF feedback in that setup he's got. For whatever reason, where the antenna is, where the radio is, the kind of coax he ran or whatever, he's having RF feedback problems, and he can't get it through his head that he needs to dial the power back, not more. I don't know. I think he'll get it sorted eventually, but right now he's pissed.
Yeah, well, he was on a 10-meter antenna, and he got the RF problem sorted. He wasn't using a ground or nothing. It worked pretty good. But the one time he came through here, his RF feedback was so bad, I couldn't, he had noise. It was noise when I was only picking out a few of the words. But the last time I talked to him, he was not too bad. He was over his noise, but he had like 9 units of noise on 10 meters. I got nothing here. I mean, 10 meters is great for me. It's really low noise.
Well, I got about 2 S units of noise here, and I only had 5 S units on 40 meters, so very quiet on 40 meters for me tonight, for whatever weird reason that is, but yeah, like 10 meters, the higher you go, the less energy dense it is, hertz per hertz, so that's why that is. Geez, Tom, well, and Mark, goes in the machine too, so I don't know where those 2 guys are, but I know Mark was on earlier today, I think, so maybe he's taking a nap.
No, I'm here. Oh, there he is. Go ahead.
Go ahead for what?
Hey, well, talk. Anyway, you're here. Yeah, hey, I gotta turn my volume down when you get on there.
Yeah, I just got out here, so just making a farmway food list to stick on the freezer.
Yeah, well, anyway, we're talking about Tom, and I guess I heard he's got a problem with pot lights, and they're LED too, so I don't know whether, what do you know about that, Mark? Do they have some kind of transformer in there?
Yeah, switching power supply. So I told him to get some cans of food. I don't know, they're 3-inch. They make a 3-inch hole in the drywall. Stick the switching power supply up, lay it on the drywall inside, and the light clicks on and holds onto the drywall. So I told him stick the driver into some bean cans or soup cans or anything, or last time I told him just tinfoil. Just wrap them up tinfoil and wrap the wire going right to the light in tinfoil. Put it in a cage. So, but then he calls MMX, and MMX tells him that he's SOL, he has to live with it.
Well, he doesn't, but the tinfoil and the shielding won't work, Mark.
Yeah, I never tried that.
Well, I'm looking on my experience with my wire going to my cameras, right? Go ground shield it. So I did. Made it worse. So now I've isolated the ground, and it's better than when I didn't change the wire. So I didn't fix it 100%, but I made it a little better.
Well, it's a different situation from your camera system and what Tom is dealing with the pot lights. The switch mode power supply is sending all that down the power wires, so you can't shield the whole house. Well, you could, but you wouldn't be able to see out any of the windows or anything. No, it's on the power line. So he could replace the little power block, or he could add a line filter right at the input of that thing, where the hydro comes in, the 120 volts come in. He's got some options here. He's not SOL, like Mike said.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Yeah, well, it ain't just one light. You got like maybe 8 in the kitchen and at least 8 in the living room. So yeah, he's looking up around 15, 20 lights on the first floor. And I believe that they got the same LEDs throughout the upstairs as well. So, yeah. So, but try anything. Right? A little here, a little there. I told him, I said, get his antenna up higher. Get it away from the house. That might make it better, too.
Well, that's always a good suggestion anyway. He should replace his coax, too, between the radio and the antenna. Just put new coax in. Whatever he's using now has probably been a little abused. Those pot lights, they don't have, each light doesn't have its own power supply. They usually have a power block there. It handles 8 amps or 10 amps, something like that. And you'll have like 10 lamps all wired off one power supply. It doesn't have a lot to do there, but does he even know where they are in the house?
Yeah, the switching power supply is right beside the light. You pop the little flat disc LED light out of the ceiling, and it's got about a 6-inch wire. You pull it, and then there's a switching power supply, and into that is the hydro.
And every single pot lamp has its own switching mode power supply?
Yes. And he's got new cable that I gave him.
SOL.
And he's got new cable that I gave him that I put in and soldered the ends on.
Well, what he could try is to go get the low-frequency snap-on chokes, and he can take the power wire and wrap it several times around a snap-on chokes. That way you can deploy it throughout all the little pot lamps there. That'll help a lot.
Yeah, so it's going to be trial and error. Try this, try that. Learn which lights have to be off when you're on the radio, or learn what has to be off.
There's a Mr. Carlson's Lab video. It just came out a little while ago about this exact type of noise.
Yeah, so it's like George, talking to him today, he finds that when the kitchen exhaust hood is on, he gets lots of noise. And the fan, the exhaust fan in the house, his wife takes a bath and turns on the bathroom exhaust fan, and that creates lots of noise on him. So he says he has to wait till she's done cooking or done having a bath.
Well, it's time you guys started to learn about how to reduce or eliminate radio frequency interference, RFI. Lots to say. Chokes, filters, input, you can put a little input filter that plugs right in on the line, right? They're cheap. They're like $5 or $6 each. So lots of options here. You just got to make an effort. Is Matt still up there?
Yeah, I am still here.
Okay, is that at the full tilt boogie, full 25 dB of compression?
Roger that. And 100% on the mic gain and the power.
See that? The radio really handles it. So you're not distorted at all. You got good punch, good drive. That might be a little annoying to locals if you're chit-chatting for a couple of hours straight kind of thing. You could probably just shut the processor off. So leave the mic and all that set the same. Just turn the processor off now.
All right, there's with the processor off. And I'm going to try one other thing on my next transmission to see about the off-frequency condition.
Well, sounds good there.
It's nice he can just leave it set up with the hot processor, because that radio really needs like a high setting. So and then when he wants to local, he just turns the processor off completely. One button and it's no fiddling. So a nice little option there. I didn't know he was off frequency. It didn't sound that way to me. Maybe a little.
A little.
So if I try that matches my transmit frequency to the receive frequency that I've set to make everyone else sound good. So how does that sound?
Good.
Yeah, it sounds spot on to me now. Mark is right. You were off a bit.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Chuck told that right from the beginning.
Chuck, are you still on the frequency?
No, he went to do chores and tend to the wife, so he's gone.
Roger that. I'll be here listening. BE3 Sierra Mike November.
Yeah, what a difference from when you first came on there, Matt. You were too bassy and you were hard to listen to, for me anyway. But now you're more trebly, you're more in the voice range, and it sounds a lot better to me anyway.
Oh, that's good to hear. I appreciate all the feedback and the help getting this radio fine-tuned. I can't say I get to use it very often, so it's nice to know that there's some room for improvement there.
Well, that processor, the compressor, will really help you out with the DX Weeks station work. You'll see. You'll really appreciate the processor in that radio. Anyway, over to you, Mark. PE3CS, what?
Yeah, it sounds like he's got a filter on. He's at the bottom end. He's up. Filter starts about 175, and he looks to be around 2.5 wide.
That's characteristic of those radios. They're pinched like the early Asus. That's just, yeah. He'll have to do like equalization outside the radio, and then really try to boost the bass and treble end of his voice if he wanted to compensate. But no, that's characteristic of that radio. It's old, like us.
No, I'm not talking about the sound of it, how his bass and trebles emit. I'm just saying that his low He's filthy. He's not. His audio doesn't start 100 up off of the frequency. He's almost 200 up, and then he's only 2,500 wide.
So he's narrow at the bottom, right?
Yeah, his audio's narrow.
Yeah, well, that sounds pretty good. I don't know the way it sounds to me. I got a headset on, so, I can hear a lot better with a headset on. And you can really tell whether somebody's, overdriving or feedback or anything, Anyway, back to Tom there. He was saying his shack is in the second floor. So what was he using for ground? I told him he should use counterpoise.
He ain't using nothing.
He doesn't have to, Rick.
Yeah, well, I think the counterpoise would even help with the noise, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm on the third floor.
Yeah, but the counterpoise is only good for one band or whatever, and you have to have more than one.
Well, my understanding is Rick was, Tom was using a sleeve antenna, basically a half-wave center-fed vertical, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark.
Yeah, he's using the CV antenna.
What they call a big stick, right?
Yeah, I forget Big Stick, Antron 99, one of the two.
Yeah,
okay, so the Antron 99 is actually a 5/8 wave center fed, and the Big Stick is just half wave. So, is it the simpler of the two antennas, or does it have three sections?
I can't recall. I seen it on the back deck and just took a quick glance at it. It was in a couple of pieces, so like I say, it's one of the two.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Regardless, it's a sleeve antenna, no ground plane is required. However, that being said, if his coax is crappy, or his connections are crappy or loose, it would cause all the problems that he's experiencing now.
And I say, I gave him brand new coax. The coax that was in the spool under my contact, under my desk, and I put the new connectors on the end.
So does that work better?
Well, I put that before he even hooked up his radio.
Oh, okay, so he had new coax. Okay, well, that's good.
He usually comes on here and talks to us on 10, but I haven't heard him at all. Last time I heard him, he sounded good because he was, of course, the signal was way over my noise. His noise. He had 9 instruments of noise.
That's most of his problem, noise.
It's where he is now. It's the neighborhood.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's why my noise was so high, too, because I shut the power off and it didn't do much.
Look at the property you had, 45 feet wide, right? His closest neighbor was a driveway away, so 10 feet minimum away from his side of the house. The other side is basically 2 driveways away. The people in behind, they're 100 foot deep hot, so they're at least, you could say, pushing 100 feet away from their houses. Now he's got a house, and you can maybe walk down between them with if you got your elbow stuck out, you'd be scraping both houses. So on either side, close proximity, and then you got the places that are on Gage Street, which is closer than what his neighbors were behind him. And then he's got the factories and everything else. So, yeah, it's location. So he's got to get that antenna up higher, get it away from his house, get it away from the noise. Like, I noticed the difference between the butternut, and it didn't matter which beam. The beam was farther away than what the butternut is from the house, and the noises was different from there. So, yeah, he's got to get at the antenna, like, well, maybe 2 feet of the antenna sticking above the house, so he's like radiating right into himself.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay.
Was he still getting our feedback?
Well, having an antenna right out your window is not a good thing, especially in a wood frame house. Is this a 2-story or a 3-story house, Mark?
2-story.
They have the upper part?
Yeah, 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and then I call it, what do they call it when you get a little baby bedroom? Nursery room, and that's where they're at, in the nursery room, in between the 2 bedrooms.
Well, that's fine and all. Okay, so on the roof, does it have a vent pipe for the plumbing?
Yes.
Perfect bracket for his Antron.
Getting up there.
Usually ladders.
Yeah, I don't have a long enough ladder.
Well, I'm just making suggestions, right? You could just use 2 clamps, 2 giant gear clamps, or a little bracket. You could probably fashion something pretty good for him. It would be solid, and it would get that thing in clear air up there. He'd be very happy with that. So, is this a steep roof on this place?
Yes.
That's not good.
No.
Well, he should have a luck. Get a new hobby.
Yeah, well, supposedly he's got a 30-foot pipe at the old place. I told him on how to transport it from there to his place is stick it underneath the truck, equally out, sticking out the front and out the back, and tie it up so it's not touching the truck but it's hanging, and just drive slow with your 4-ways on and get it home. I did it, what was it, my town car. No, sorry, it was the Cutlass. I took a 30-foot square, 2-inch boom over to Fred's place that was over on the same road that Tom's living. And I took it from Parkdale to that place. My brother wouldn't let me use the company truck, so that's how I did it. Just tied it up underneath the car, put a red flag on either end, put the 4-ways on, took my time.
Well, he's got to cross railroad tracks and everything. I don't think that's going to work that well. But, no, look, that truck is 27, 28 feet long. This is a 30-foot pipe. It fits perfectly comfortably on the roof of the truck. Just put some soft, blanket or whatever down there, tie down each end in a triangle shape, and he's good to go. It's not a big thing.
Yeah, well, where I had to take that pipe is basically just down the street from him. A little closer to Ottawa Street from Parkdale, so where H.H. Robertson used to be. So, same way, same road, same tracks.
Well, I wouldn't advise it, but hey, if that's what he wants to do, that's his. I'm just saying he doesn't have to. It won't hardly hang out over the truck on either end. I mean, it's almost the same length of the truck. But anyway, why doesn't he get himself a tower then? Just forget the pipe and just get a 3-section little cheap tower, TV tower.
You got to keep in mind, no money.
Okay.
Cheap would have to be free.
I'm sorry, but I really try to help the guy, but it just seems that there's a reason why he can't do this, that, the other thing every single time. So, okay, I don't know, Matt, Rick, somebody take it away.
Well, there's lots of options, and some of the stuff that you suggested there, Paul, I think that's what I would do too. Like a line filter, or wrap the power line, whatever. I've done all that stuff here too. So, but anyway, my noise here is external, and I'm positive positive that I talked to him one time, and he told me that he had turned the power off and the noise was outside. It sounds to me like with pot lights it'd be on the inside. So if he shut the power off and went on battery, it would really cut his noise down. Preliminary test. Without putting any tellurides in or nothing. So, but anyway, with the second floor, that just creates another problem with the length of the ground wire. Whatever, if he's going to ground anything. But if he's grounded to the hydro, there should be on the second floor there should be a water pipe anyway somewhere. Or if he's just grounded to the hydro, that might be good enough. Who knows?
Yeah, but hydro ground isn't ground. It's safety ground. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the neutral's on it, so it can be noisy.
And what makes it hard is he's got no window to stick the wire out. I had to drill a 3/8 hole through the walls and out through the side of the house.
Okay, but that's kind of standard stuff, right? You have to drill a hole to get outside somehow. You do it in the basement, he does it in the sidewall.
Yeah, I just look at it. It's not my house, though. So, yeah, there's different things you can try and everything else. Like I told him, he's got a long extension cord, start the generator up, put it on the back deck or wherever, and shut the house down, all the breakers, and then start with one breaker. Turn it on, what's the level? Turn it on, what's the level? So, and the thing is he's going to have to stay up at the radio, because he can't run up and down 2 flights of stairs, and somebody's going to have to switch the switches down in the basement. So, to find which circuit's causing most of the noise and work on the biggest one that makes the most noise and learn from that and work down to the breaker that's making the least amount of noise, because it's going to be probably the harder one to find.
Yeah, a couple of handhelds. You use Simplex, right? 2 meter, 70 centimeter, whatever. You put one radio on at your receiver, right? And then you can rubber band it or whatever and push the talk down. Some of the radios have a transmit lock feature in them. And you carry that with you, and you can hear your radio when you're down in front of the breakers.
Yeah, that'd be the way to do it.
And that's if he had 2 radios.
FRS radios, even CB radios, anything will do. Any kind of two-way communication like that. I was just saying the handhelds, because most of us, you have one, Rick's got one, I've got one. Matt's probably got a handheld.
Cesar's got a handheld.
Yeah, I've got a few of those.
So just use a pair. That way he doesn't have to, he can sit and he doesn't have to keep the power off too long either. Although he's going to be resetting things if it's got a clock or whatever. He probably piss people off. But is he the whole renter? Like, does he have the whole house?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So he's not interrupting any other tenant in the place. Okay. Well, it shouldn't be that big a deal. Anyway, you could always go over there and yell down the stairs at him. He's doing this.
I ain't got that loud a voice. He's got 2 girls and a wife. They can space each other out.
There you go, a relay team. There you go. I still prefer the direct feedback method, because I would want to hear the noise reduction myself, not somebody else's interpretation of how much it's reduced. So that would be me. I would have 2 radios going or something like that. But anyway. Well, look, you know what? I offer the guy help, and he kind of bucks the advice we give him, so he's on his own.
I think he's looking for the quick and easy way.
Yeah, no such thing.
No such thing.
Especially in the city.
You're just going to get noise. I saw this white paper guy wrote, and he was describing the increasing electrification of our modern world. I mean, there's more and more and more electronic stuff every day. More and more power is required for it. That means more and more wires, connections, motors, switch mode power supplies, all these things that generate noise, harmonics, all this wireless communication, that soup out there, right? Everything from 5 gigabit, the wireless 2.4 gigabit down to the low frequencies we use here, et cetera, et cetera. So it's bound to get worse over time, the noise generation.
Yeah, definitely. So, anyways, good evening, Matt. Name here is Mark. Call is Victor Echo 3, Radio Yankee India.
Well, hello there, Mark. I know exactly who you are, and we have met before, going back a few years to a Yaesu 757 GX2 and a couple Baofeng radios.
Okay. Your name ringing a bell, but I just can't put a picture.
Roger. It's been a few years, and I came down to see you with a friend of mine, BA3SPN, and bought a few radios from you.
Okay. You're not one of the guys that work up at the car dealership?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, now I got a picture.
Right on. Yeah, this Kenwood TX570D replaced the Yaesu. It was okay, but it's going to become my radio in the camper come summertime.
Oh, that's good. So you're going to be looking for some kind of portable antenna to throw up into trees.
Yeah, roger that. That's a project for the spring. And over the years, actually at the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club Hamfest, I found the matching tuner to go with it. So, bonus there.
Ah, good one, good one. Yeah, you just got to take your time.